Welcome to third episode of To The Moon powered by Elite NFT Studio. Today we have with us one of the most talented NFT artists, Dream with us, who is 16-year-old kid from Bombay and making like ton of money in NFTs. He also owns WowG, which is one of like blue chip NFTs on like in the space. So yeah, hi Dream.
Thanks for having me, sir.
So like what was your story like from being a 16-year-old kid who was giving his boards to having a blue chip NFT? Like what was the story behind your journey?
So, as you know, I'm an NFT artist, but like I started my journey as an NFT artist, and then on the way, I even became a collector. And as like I started collecting on WazirX first, and I used to buy very cheap NFTs, like $5, $10 max, and then from there, I slowly like my sales started to increase, so I felt like I need to support more artists.
Hmm.
So because of that, I started collecting a lot more, and then I even started flipping NFTs,
Hmm.
and yeah, that's how I even got my WowG by flipping NFTs.
So like नहीं but how did you get to know about NFTs? क्योंकि यार 16 साल के लोगों को क्या ही पता होता है. Like that's what I feel like. मैं 16 साल का था, मेरे को लगता था भाई जेई क्रैक करना है. तो like how did you get to know about NFTs in the first place?
So I had invested in crypto. Okay, I invested in Dogecoin, okay, because of Elon Musk tweet, and then uske baad, it crypto really interested me a lot. So like I did research, and then I invested in proper coins like Ethereum, Bitcoin, and stuff like that. And uske baad, like a few months after investing, I was a like a esports graphic designer. I used to make
Thumbnails and all.
logos and thumbnails for pretty cheap. And then I was just scrolling YouTube, and then I saw NFTs, and a few friends of mine also told me that NFTs hai, usko dekh le ek baar. So yeah, mainly most of my research was YouTube, and I got to know it because of YouTube.
Okay, like every single
Yeah.
NFT artist, YouTube was your guru, right?
Yes.
So like I know a crazy thing about you. Like all of us, like most of the creators that I know started on WazirX. Most of
Mhm.
them like got their name on WazirX. But you are one of the artists who cracked foundation first. You made
Mhm.
sales first there and then got onto the WazirX platform, which is like India centric. So what was your experience like not being on like WazirX or any Indian platform, but going international first and then making sales?
So my main goal was to come on WazirX. I started NFTs. My first, I wanted to get onto WazirX, but look, green listing ka tha, and I applied, but then 4 months ke liye I didn't get any reply.
Hmm.
Uske baad, like I had no other choice. Like I wanted to do NFTs, so I just, I started off with Tezos, and then like I collected gas fee over there for Ethereum.
Hmm.
And then I did the gas fee. I used it, and then I minted my first piece on Foundation. And then after a few sales on Foundation, I got an email that you have been green listed. Congrats. So uske baad, I wanted to be on WazirX, and I couldn't, not mint on there. So that's how, like after Foundation, I got the replies from WazirX, and I really liked the community of WazirX. That's why I joined WazirX.
Yeah, and I remember like I got to know you through a video of yours which was like posted on Children's Day, I guess, and you were like full like the messy like in ghar ka kapda, and you thought okay, this is like interview kind of a thing to get green listed or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the thing. But then yeah, you made sales on Foundation before coming to WazirX.
Coming on to WazirX. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so like you had the test of it and you knew how to do it. And coming to the part where you made like a kind of headlines in the community was during the Peep sales, like Peep Mania. I call it Peep Mania because people made crores out of it. And yeah, of course, you didn't make crores out of it, but you were one of the first guy to get sale from like the Peep sale. So like, what
Yeah.
was the experience like?
So a friend of mine, he's a pretty big artist on Foundation. So he like we frequently talk a lot. So he posted a Pepe artwork. I'm like, so he's like, it's a meme. You should also make an artwork. Just like mint one, and that time I had on OpenSea. So I was like, "Chalo, ठीक है." I made an artwork. Then I minted it on OpenSea,
Hmm.
and like after, so he got a bid under 30 minutes. So I was like, "मेरा भी 1-2 घंटे में बिक जाएगा."
Hmm.
So one day went by, so I lost hope. ठीक है. I was like, छोड़ो कुछ जाने दो. It's okay. वैसे भी it was not like, you know, I worked hard on it, but I was like, चलो ठीक है, one artwork गया तो गया.
Hmm.
And then like 2-3 days passed by, and I was going to go to sleep. I was like before sleeping, I always check my mails. I refreshed my mail, and then congratulations, your item sold for 0.5 ETH, and that was like, you know, one of
That
the
mail. Yeah. I
like
can understand.
that's where, you know, like I properly started flipping NFTs because, like, you know, I had the capital and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Got it. Like, and that's important, right? Because when you make that sale and you get that email, वो happiness को कोई beat नहीं कर सकता भाई. And
True.
if it is of 0.5 ETH, तो मतलब
And
why
that
not?
time, you know, it was a lot for me, and still it is a lot for me.
Yeah, of course it is a lot, dude. It is some at that time it was somewhere around 2 lakhs.
And no, Ethereum that time was like really high. It was around 4 lakhs,
Yeah, so that's what
like
I'm saying.
3.54. So
Hmm.
yeah,
So like that was a crazy amount of money for 17 or 16-year-old kid, right? And then coming to, you were saying whatever you were able to achieve was because of your trading and flipping of NFTs. Okay,
Mhm.
so like what's your trading story? Like how you started? I want it in details, not like okay, brush up kar diya. I want it in details. Okay, I did this, then I did this, and then I got to this point.
So like my first flip was a decision I made through a tweet. Okay, like full degen play. I had no idea about the project. I had no idea. So it was like a popular influencer which tweeted about the project like this is going to point. So I checked like floor kya hai, theek hai? And the tweet was 1 week before.
Hmm.
So I checked what's the floor of the project. It was 0.18. So I'm like, if I buy for 0.18 and he said that it's going to 0.4, so आराम से 0.4 तो बिक ही जाएगा. And that time I had no knowledge. Like it was very early in the, you know, stage. Like it was very early. Okay?
Hmm.
So it was a project called Lil Baby Ape Club. And
I
me,
know this.
I was so dumb to think that it was affiliated with Bored Ape Yacht Club. So I'm like, oh no, I have to buy this now. Yeah. After buying it, I went on YouTube. I'm like, Lil Baby Ape Club, and they're like, this is not affiliated. I went. I was like, I was panicking. I had no idea. Like full night. That night, not even like I didn't sleep.
Like just
उसके बाद
sorry to cut you off, but when Dream panics, he panics like crazy. मतलब मैंने एक बार experience करा है, and he's like, नहीं भाई बेच देते भाई नहीं, and he like खुद भी नहीं सोएगा, सामने वाले को भी सोने नहीं देगा. So yeah,
it's
go
like
ahead.
if I don't trust the project, I like now at least I don't even waste $1 on it.
Right, but
So
yeah, so you bought it for 0.18.
yeah. तो उसके बाद I was like, oh shit, अभी तो गया, अभी क्या करूँ? And then full night, and then in the morning, 0.3 हुआ, and I was like, I need to get out of this ASAP, and then I sold it for and
Sold it for
0.1 to 0.3.
okay.
So 0.12 out of a tweet.
So and then after you sold, OpenSea delisted that project.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was kind of like luck bhi chahiye hota, and being right
Uh-huh.
place at the right time also helps you a lot. And then after that, what happened? You made 0.12 ETH. Then
Yeah, then, you know, like, thoda time I was out because that was a really bad thing for me. But then I started researching about projects, you know, थोड़े बहुत free mint projects also I did, which did pretty well. So I got, so a thing I would like is like, if you are minting a free mint project, don't mint it with your main wallet. Like just create us, if possible, create us another browser. उसमें wallet डालो and use that wallet, and like, you know, a burner wallet basically. Don't use that at all for any other transactions except your, you know,
free mints.
yeah.
I
Free.
call that a
So
risk wallet. I call that a risk wallet.
risk
where
wallet. उसमें
You
your
degen
funds are
stuff.
not safe. हाँ,
Hmm.
your funds are not. And yeah, so I did a few free months, got a few ETH from that as well, and then uh, I bought in a few projects, and then recently मेरा luck बहुत अच्छा था because I hit the whitelist for VFriend Series 2,
Hmm.
and was lucky enough to get a rare one, so I flipped it for a pretty good price.
Yeah. So guys, V Friends is like Gary V's project, which Dream bought, sold it for kind of 4x.
No, not even 4x, more than that.
Yeah, more than that. More than that.
Hmm.
More than 10x, I guess. So
Hmm.
yeah, sold it, and then I guess he bought WowG.
Yeah, and Wow G was like, one of my dream projects, and yeah.
Yeah, and then like coming to the next question is, how do you choose a project to invest in? Because I have partnered with you to like buy an NFT, because हाँ भाई इतने पैसे नहीं है कि हम अकेले मिलके खरीद सके. At least at that time that wasn't the scene.
Mhm.
अभी तो है, like we can afford to, because of course we did some DGen plays, etc., etc. But like at that time it wasn't the scene, and we partnered up to like mint a vibe head, not a promotion. We didn't get money to promote them, and that project went downhill. Okay, I still hold it. Dream
Mhm.
got out. And the most important thing I feel like a trader in NFTs should get to know, like should learn, is when to get the hell out of the project. And that's really important. That's what I don't know. Like that's where I suck a lot. If you can just tell our vibe head story, like what happened with us, like, and what we did, and where we, मतलब मैं कहाँ गलत हुआ in that, simply.
Vibehead, so first, I like their artwork is just amazing. Like that's what attracted me to the project. ठीक है? तो Vibehead मैंने देखा, and then so I won't take the person's name, but this was the mistake you did. You saw someone's tweet, and then you messaged me, "Arey, this guy tweeted this project is going to go to the moon, and let's buy it." I was like, "चलो ठीक है." साथ में मिलके if you want to do, we'll buy. Because that day you were also not available, so I had to mint for you also.
Yeah.
So as soon as we minted, like it was not minting out, and like it was the supply was 10,000, and not even 1,000 was like around 1,000 was sold.
Around
So I was
1,000
like,
was sold.
and then they closed the public sale, and then they said that they'll do it in a few days later. So I was like, this project doesn't seem right because like it doesn't have volume at all. So volume is a really important thing that you need to
For the
keep into
viewers who are
consideration.
like really new to the NFT space, what is volume?
Volume is like कितने time में NFTs are being traded, how much time, what price, what's the floor, and मतलब basically what how
कितनी
much
बार
time में
NFTs ट्रेड हो रही
trade
है
हो रहा है.
एक
Yeah,
specific
yeah.
amount of time में. Got it. So yeah, so what we did as a mistake was, then you asked me कि let's get out of this at point 2, because we minted at point 0.8, and you were saying point 2, and I, रुक जा भाई, and मैं इतना रुक लिया कि भाई यार हो ही गया वो, मतलब वो पैसे ही चले गए. But not an issue. Okay, we made some money out of like next projects as well, so not an issue. But yeah, that was our mistake. Coming to the point of like, how are you choosing a project? Like how do you choose a project based on like what are your research tools that you use? And yeah.
So now, from my past mistakes, I don't randomly buy NFT projects. I have a whole list of things that I take into consideration while buying an NFT project. So first, the team and the founders, very very important. If the team is good and it's like it has well-known people behind it, it has like Gary V, his project, his team, amazing. His projects will do good in the future. There is no doubt. Bode Yacht Club, they have an amazing team, amazing things they're doing. They bought punks, they bought me bits. They're like they're one of the best
They are
companies
like
in
monopoly
the
kind of.
Web3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, founders very very important. That's the first thing I take into consideration right now. Then artwork also. Sometimes you don't even need to look at the artwork. For example, MFOs like to be honest, the artwork wasn't great at all.
Like
And then,
it
but
was
still,
shit.
they were at 5 weeks. So yeah, even so artwork sometimes you need to take into consideration and sometimes not. Then utilities, like if what is the project going to do in the future? What are they trying to gain from this and stuff like that? And yeah,
That's it, I
or
guess. And
no,
like
volume. If
yeah,
I'm buying on
volume and
secondary, volume.
roadmap as well. And like our if I'm buying on
Roadmap utility,
secondary
same thing,
कि
हाँ.
roadmap कितना नहीं, if I'm buying on secondary roadmap अगर इन्होंने कहा था कि
कितना
इतना
complete
करेंगे
हुआ है,
उसमें
हाँ.
से कितना complete किया है उन्होंने, that also means a lot. So yeah, so like that's how you choose the project. As Dream said, number one, founders are important. Art sometimes is important, sometimes you can neglect it. And third, what are the utilities and how will they really affect you? And you should also get to know like हाँ भाई ये बोल रहे हैं ये करेंगे पर ये इनके पास सच्ची में
करेंगे कि
कैपेबिलिटीज
नहीं, हाँ, yeah.
कि करने की, like I can say I can create a metaverse game, okay, but मेरे पास क्या है, मतलब I am an artist, okay, I don't have devs, like I have a smart contract developer and all, but game development is the whole another scenario, right? So how am I going to do it? If let's say I am saying I will launch a metaverse game, then am I showing you the people I have partnered up with to create this metaverse game? That is also important. So
also, like, you have, like, if Discord and Twitter followers and members, so there are certain tools on the internet that you can use to check if there are people legit or it's just fake hype.
yeah, it is like
So
bot
a lot
accounts,
of
people pay
projects,
for it.
people pay for it and then they use it to gain a build hype. So that's another thing, because it's not easy to build a community in the Web3
Yeah, like
space.
dude,
Or a project.
we
Like there are projects,
Hmm.
1,000 projects at least launch a day.
Of course, and
At
out of
least
those
1,000 projects.
half 0.5 project mint out. So yeah, and coming to the point, like community building is that's why we adore Adri, right? That's why we adore Adri, because he has created a real community. Like तेरा भी Discord server है, मेरा भी Discord server है, but still we both go to Adri's server to chill, because that's how he has built the community, and that's important. That's the skill that he has. And he also like took effort for it. So yeah, shout out to Adri. You can watch the first podcast with him on how to build community by clicking on the I button somewhere around here. Yeah, coming to the next question. How important it is to get out at the right point in the NFT project, and how to choose that right point?
Very important. And some cues I can't say because I have very so it has been times that I've gotten out early and I have missed out on big opportunities. Yeah, I not regret it because I believe that whatever happens for the good. But and I never look back to anything. But yeah, I can't say what time you should get out, but it's very important to get it at the right time, because if a project dumps, like you have invested a lot of money into it, and then the if you don't have any like buyers, तो पूरा project नीचे जा सकता है. Zero मतलब 0.0001 पे भी कोई नहीं खरीदेगा. Right. If you don't have the buyers.
राइट बट लाइक अभी ये कहना कि मतलब हाँ राइट टाइम पे निकलना चाहिए, ये तो वैसी बात हुई ना, कहना कि बाय लो सेल है, पर वो करे कैसे, सो आई गेस
it's on your research, your intuition. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, because it's like I feel like even if you're in, I feel like investing is kind of like betting. Like somewhere there is a pinch of betting in investing as well. If you're investing in NFTs, you are betting that fucking asset will go high, right? So I guess that's the point as well. Last question, like you are 16, okay? I really adore you a lot, and you know that. Like every single fucking achievement you make, I just tweet, okay, Dream, so proud of you, because I really am. Like I remember, like I messaged you first, I guess, for some story reply I would have done. But yeah, but when I talked to you, I was like, damn, this kid is so inspiring and all. So yeah, and that's the reason you are on this podcast talking with me on just a call. So thanks for coming here. And the last thing, what will you like to tell newcomers who will be coming into NFTs? Like, what is it that you will like to tell them?
So for artists, I would like to say that stick to your work. Don't worry about sales at the start. Don't worry about sales much because it will come sometime or the other. Uh, uh, for flippers or collectors, I would say do your own research. That's one of the most important things in this space. And if you don't do your own research, like you can like lose all your money in like a day. That's how the NFT space works.
Yeah, and
It's
there
very
are a
risky.
lot
It's
of
very
rug pulls
volatile.
happening, and there are a
Yeah,
lot of rug pulls happening.
Luna.
It isn't a rug pull; it is like a collapse. But
Yeah, cool. But
fine.
I have been into projects which have rug, and I lost a good amount of money. So yeah, but it's fine.
Yeah, like as you said, everything happens for good. So
Hmm.
yeah, why not? And
Learning experience, you get to learn a lot of things. Like,
and any specific tools that you can suggest people or collectors, because I see you as a creator, I love your art, I love you as well, but
mhm.
I really adore the trader and NFT trader in you and your instincts, like crazy
So
instincts. Those are. So what is your tools etc that you use for that?
firstly, I don't pay for tools. So I only use like you know Rarity Sniper to check what projects are coming, and if mostly I get Twitter is the best tool, I'll say, but don't make your decision based on tweets. But you can get to know about projects from Twitter, and then there is IC tools which I use,
Hmm.
and Crypto Slam. I think I'm not sure. I have it bookmarked, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, we will
And
put it right here.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll send the links to you. And a really amazing tool. It's called drisk.io. It's free, and so basically to check. So if you mint a project, you mint two, okay, and then if you want to, so basically what I do sometimes is like I mint three, and then I sell one to recover the like if the floor is as high as possible, like the mint price of all three. So I sell one, I'll
Hmm.
de-risk. So there's no. So if you just put the transaction hash, it shows you the amount you need to get, like to have more risk involved in your investment, and you can hold the NFT basically for free.
Got
So
it.
that's like my favorite tool I use.
Got it. So, guys, that was Dream, a 16-year-old kid, which I adore a lot. Follow him on his Instagram and every single like marketplace you can see him. Thanks for joining us, Dream. Thanks for coming in. Bye
Thanks for
bye.
having me. It's my pleasure.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.